Question 9. The diagram below represents, so we have a diagram here, represents a setup that was used to prepare and collect hydrogen chloride gas in the laboratory. Now question, state the purpose of concentrated sulfuric acid in the wash bottle. Concentrated sulfuric acid is on this. And so what is the use? So we first analyze this setup for purposes of answering the questions that follow. So we are starting with sodium chloride is inside the round bottom flask. There is concentrated sulfuric acid into the dropping funnel. A reaction will occur. The gas produced, which is hydrogen chloride, will rise up here and pass through concentrated sulfuric acid, and that gas comes out of concentrated sulfuric acid, passes over and collects in the gas jar. The method of gas collection here, can you identify? The gas is being delivered downwards, so therefore the name is downward delivery. The gas is being delivered downwards, so downward delivery of gas, that is gas collection. The purpose of concentrated sulfuric acid is to dry the gas. Therefore, its purpose is to dry hydrogen chloride gas, to dry hydrogen chloride gas. Remember, every time you are given a question on laboratory gas preparation, there are 3 sections that you must remember to recall or focus on. First is generation of the gas. In which compartment is the gas generated? Generation of gas. Like in our case, it is this part. The gas is being generated. Here, you must know the conditions necessary. What conditions are necessary? You must also know the reagents. You must also know the apparatus to be used, because each apparatus has a functionality. Once you are done with that, the second section that you must focus on is purification. Where is the gas purified? Next is drying. Which section is the gas dried? Like in our case, it is this section. So section 1, section 2, drying the gas. And finally, gas collection. Gas collection. These are issues that you must really commit to your mind whenever you encounter a question on laboratory preparation of gases. So our last, which is 3. So this laboratory preparation only covered how many? They covered generation of the gas, drying the gas, gas collection. So these are the areas that must always focus on, because this is where the examiners would like to test you on. Part B, write an equation for the reaction between hydrogen chloride gas and heated iron. So we are going to require the chemical symbols, the state symbols, balancing the equation. So all those 3 conditions must be satisfied. So iron, correctly written like that, solid, reacted with hydrogen chloride gas. The products are, because this is the reactants, there is a salt, which is iron 2 chloride plus hydrogen gas. Our equation is not balanced, so we try and put 2 before hydrogen chloride gas, and the equation balances out very well. So that answers the question on equation. Again, notice that whenever you're writing equations, your equation must be balanced, get a full mark. But the symbols, chemical symbols, and formulae must also be correct. After that, state symbols must not be missing, and they must also be correct for an equation to be credited fully. Question 10. Iron 3 oxide was found to be contaminated with copper 2 sulfate. Describe, again description, we must give steps. The steps must be logical. How a pure sample of iron 3 oxide can be obtained. So we have 2 substances. There is iron 3, there is sulfur. You analyze the 2 substances in the mixture to be able to understand how to separate them. So iron 3 oxide in water, if you add water to it, it does not dissolve, so it is insoluble in water. While this is soluble. So at least we now know where to begin from. We are going to add water to the mixture. And once you add water, something happens. Copper 2 sulfate dissolves. Next, filter out the residue. And the residue in our case is iron 3 oxide. Once you have the residue, you wash the residue with distilled water just to ensure that it is clean. And then the clean iron 3 chloride, the residue that you already have, you now dry between filter papers. That's it. You already have your iron 3 chloride, pure, no impurities. The question insists it must be pure. That is why we had to wash with distilled water to ensure that the substance is pure.